It's a great disappointment that we announced it, and regret that we announced Andrew Welsh was going to retire from the Essendon Football Club. Andrew's played 162 games with the club, vice-captain with the club. First drafted 2001, his first game in 2002, and I've got to say, as a player who's played with Andrew and a coach of Andrew, he's had a terrific career, a great servant of the club, a guy who's given his all and probably got as much out of his body as we could have hoped. At 28, the reason for the disappointment and the regret is that you hate to see people with terrific character retire from our club at the age of 28. But unfortunately, his ankle, after he broke it 2 years ago, he's just not in the condition to go on, and he's just received medical notice in the last 2 weeks that no matter what happens, he's got to have an operation that would keep him out of football for 9 months. And Andrew came to me a few days ago and said that he could stay and try and play the year after, but didn't think it was the right thing to do to hog a space on the list when he couldn't play for 12 months. I think that speaks testament to the person he is. He's been an unselfish person at the club, a great leader of our club, and someone we're going to deeply miss. And before I hand over to Andrew to talk about what he wants to talk about, I just want to relay a quick story about his first game. It was the 2002 against Carlton in round 5 or round 6, and we just played the Fremantle game in Perth where I smashed my face up. I was lying in hospital, and Dr. Bruce Reid rang me and said, "I got someone to talk to you." And it was Andrew Welsh, half an hour before his first game out in the ground in the MCG. He just wanted to ring and say that I wanted to ring and say wish him good luck, but he wanted to ring and say how much he loved the Essendon Football Club and he was going to be a great player for this club and have a great career. And he didn't lie. He has had a terrific career. Congratulations. And good luck in the future.
Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, thanks for that. You'll probably have to bear with me here for a bit, but yeah, it comes with a heavy heart today, I suppose, to announce my retirement from AFL football. It's a decision that I haven't taken lightly, one that I purposely left till after the season when a lot of the emotion was out of it, and I could make a decision that was best for both myself and for the football club. After breaking my ankle in 2009, I've needed ongoing treatment to be able to maintain and train and play AFL football. And it's at a stage now that I need a pretty significant operation that the recovery and outcome is unknown. And for that reason, as an Essendon person, I believed it was selfish to take up a spot on the list for a younger guy that could have the opportunity to play at this great club like I've had. This football club has given me more than I could have imagined. I've met some fantastic people along the way. Some of those are in the room today. Some of those I told last night and were full of praise for my career, because what I did everything for the Essendon Football Club and put my own personal glory to the back of my mind, and everything I did was for the better of the football club. And that is why I wanted to go out with the decision that I had to make sure that some young guy or another player can maintain on the list to continue their career, because I thought that it would be selfish for me to stay. I'd like to thank the football club, all my coaches along the way that give me the opportunity to play. James, I've played with some of the best players that have ever played AFL football. My teammates, who I love immensely, and I think that's going to be the hardest thing. I'm not scared about the future. I'm really excited about some opportunities that could be there for me, but what I am scared about is not coming to the footy club every day. And I think that's what has made the decision so hard. But I know the path the football club is on now, after my 164 games and vice-captain, is a path that I always wanted the footy club to be on, and that's a path to success. And I wish James, the coaches and the football club, all the best with that. And I won't be far away, because I'm an Essendon person. Thanks.
Well done,
Andrew, just give us an idea how serious this ankle injury is. It's fairly young to retire at 28. Just how bad is it?
Yeah, it's when I first did it in 2009, break and dislocate was pretty severe at the time, but the surgeon did a great job and had got back after 4 months, and it's probably just slowly deteriorated after that, where it's at the stage now where I've got to get pretty much a full reconstruction of the ligaments on the inside of my ankle. I've got to get a quarter of my heel bone shaved off and different parts of my foot, bones in my foot cut out to try and balance it up. And that's why the recovery and the outcome of the operation is unknown, because it is quite a significant operation.
Did you have to look at getting it fused, Andrew, as well? Is it the option?
Oh, look, an option is to get it fused, and that's the absolute last option. That once you get a bone fused, you're in a bit of trouble. And when I went to meet the surgeon, he said that he's just come from an operation where he just fused a 75-year-old's ankle, and I'm sitting there at 28, and I'm probably got a bit of way to go till I'm 75. So I thought the best thing was to get in and get the operation done, and see what comes from that.
You're always quite a durable player, particularly through the middle part of your career. I think 4, 5, 6, you played more than 20 games each season. It must have been enormously frustrating with this problem.
Yeah, I spoke to James. We were speaking about it. I'd never come with injury. I never really had injury until I did my ankle, and then from that I had groin injuries because I was obviously running different, trying to carry the ankle, and then various soft tissue injuries from that. So yeah, it was frustrating, and not the way that I wanted to be, because I was a player who had to do everything and more to be able to make myself a career, and to not be able to do that because I was limited through injury was very frustrating.
And you do obviously have a lot of extracurricular interests here, very well spoken. What's next, do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, I think that's one of the exciting things. I've got a fantastic family and girlfriend and friends that have supported me through my football career, and now they're really looking forward to supporting me through the next part of my life, which, as I said, I'm excited about. I'll come across many opportunities, I'm sure, in the future that I'll have a look at everything, because I've got an open mind, and we'll see what comes about.
What sort of characteristics do you think the club will most miss from Andrew?
Besides his football, which was hard and tough contested football, he was the first guy to put his head over the ball. We'd always throw him up forward, and he'd be able to kick a goal for us. And his game on Matthew Scarlett this year, probably the best backman going round, was terrific. So we're going to miss that side of him, but it's his leadership. He has he was the vice captain and had a lot of guys come to him and really look up to him. And then the social side of him, I think that he was able to mix football and being serious about football, but also off the field. We had a relaxed manner about him too. So there's a lot of things there that we'll miss, and it won't be the same place without Andrew.
Andrew, you have gone down the acting road. Are there any offers out there at the moment?
Yeah, I'm going to Hollywood for a year. And, no, look, I suppose there is some exciting things on the horizon that I can probably look at more in a bit in depth now, that was sort of a little bit far-fetched while I was still playing football. And I've got business interests, and also media is something that I'm interested in, and the acting. So as I said, I'm going into retirement excited, with an open mind about anything that could come along.
Andrew, what's your favourite memory, or most favourite memory from the time you played?
I suppose everyone's first game is pretty special. I played against Carlton on a Friday night, 70-odd thousand people there. That was a great highlight. But I think to play with some of the players like James and Matthew Lloyd and Scott Lucas and Dustin Fletcher and Mark McVeigh, Dean Solomon, these guys that they're my great friends in life. And we got friendships not just from football but outside of football, is probably more so some of the special things, along with, I haven't come across many teammates that I haven't enjoyed their company, and I hope they have not enjoyed mine, because I love this place. I love the playing group. They're on an exciting and new path that is tough to jump off where I am, but I think by doing that now, it's only going to strengthen the group and help them get to where they're going.
Was it your first kick when you went back into flight? You hit that mark in front of the corner kick?
Oh, I think that was just a fluke. I don't know. It just that stuck, and actually passed it off to the big fish, Paul Shannon, in his comeback game. So that was it was pretty good to get a touch early. But yeah, look, I've got many great memories, and I'm sure at the moment they're just what they are. But when I look back in a few years' time, that I'll hold them pretty special.
Do you need to have this operation just to sort of be able to be healthy and active?
Well, to be able to maintain and play football, I definitely need it done. And to be without having to get my ankle fused down the track, I need it done as well. So it's more of a also a look at the future that I want to be able to go for a run when I'm in my 30s, just for the sake of going for a run. I want to be able to play golf and surf, and to be able to do that, I need to act on and get the operation done as soon as possible. So.
Is there anyone who you see could replace your role at the club?
In what regard?
Oh, as vice captain.
Oh, look, we've got a fantastic group of players. We've got a really strong leadership group. We've got some promising young players that are great leaders in their own right. And whether someone steps up to be vice captain or it's just kept as a leadership group, we're really building a culture that we encourage everyone to be a leader, whether they have the title of vice captain or not. And we have some guys like Dyson Heppel in his first year, and a lot of guys that have only been in the system for 2 or 3 years, that they're as capable as leading the group as I am, or Job is. And I think that's really the exciting thing about the culture and the development this group has shown over the last year.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, mate. Thanks.